For 3 years, we've been fighting leaks in our boat. We've tracked the majority of them to our Teak tow rail that had been repaired multiple times before we purchased it. This year, we decided to move to a marina that would allow us to do this type of repair and get it done. It took longer than the week that we expected, which is normal for any boat project, but we finally are done fiberglassing and fairing, and now we're ready for paint. Todd and I started traveling in an RV 8 years ago with 7 of our 10 kids. Now, after 3 years of fixing up a hurricane-damaged sailboat, we're ready to explore the world with our last 3 kiddos. Todd and Gabe had gotten the hardest part done while I was in Alaska having surgery, and now it's my turn to pitch in and help finish this project.
So are you all gripping?
I'm all gripping. I'm priming.
That's what you do when you're leaning over and you're about to fall off the boat, is you all grip.
Yes.
Those little things are what's going to be really hard. Those little limber holes in the wood.
And not have it dripping down.
I couldn't even hardly do it with the fairing, so it's going to be really hard to do with the brush. First coat of primer going down right now. It's not going as far as I would like.
We wanted to get halfway, and we're
well,
halfway.
yeah, I guess we are a little further than halfway. So we might squeak 3 coats out of it. It recommends 3 coats of primer.
This stuff is dang expensive. But we wanted to do the Awlgrip over the tow rail because it gets a lot more wear and tear on it. And so we wanted that harder surface. So.
Yeah, I also decided not to spend like hours and hours and hours fairing. I got 1 to 2 coats of fairing on most places, but you know, there's spots, you know, like this that you can kind of see it's a little rough.
This is a 40-year-old boat.
And it's a tow rail.
That we're going to go sailing around the world in. It's okay. It's okay. Like the Pinto, remember the old Pinto we had? You know, it still got you where you needed to go. We're just wanting to go where we need to go as quick as possible for as less money as possible.
There's our timer. Are you telling me it's okay if this boat has stretch marks? Little fat things hanging everywhere?
It's a little like me.
You know, I mean, it's like us. We're old, you know, we have our little skin things and, you know, imperfections, right?
Yep.
It's part of life. All right. Timer's off on the induction. I got to go get pot number 2 ready to go.
All right, we are done. I think it looks really good. Yeah, it looks fantastic. So you're cleaning up?
We're cleaning up. I found a little idea that I think actually worked really well, and that was when you're trying to mix small batches of this stuff, especially the 2-part. Pouring out of the can into something to mix with to get your ratios right, it's a real pain. It makes a mess of the can and everything else. So what we did was we just went to the dollar store and we bought 2 sets of measuring cups, the exact same. And then we would just dip these in and use these to do the measuring with. And it worked really slick. It cost me like $2.50, I think. Pretty slick, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. Tammy did a good job taping these.
What he really meant was it wasn't coming off very easy, but we had our friend Klaus stop by and give us a hand.
I'm on top of the world.
Huh?
All right. You ready? Sit down. Grab on. All right. There we go.
Goodbye.
This one's ready to go in, babe.
I think it's gonna take 2 of us.
Yeah, I got 12 bolts that have to go in simultaneously.
Without knocking them into the drink?
That's right, without knocking it into the drink.
Alright, so you want the front or the back?
Yeah, why don't you take that side? Unless you want this side. I mean, that side's down. Oh.
Yeah, I don't like this down.
I'm
done this before?
Twice, probably.
Yeah?
You think we should be good at it by now, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Abigail.
Good morning, Abigail. We will spare you the rest of installing these rails and point you to up here is where we originally put them in.
The coolest thing about having put these in multiple times is you can have all your backing plates marked so you know exactly the orientation they need to go in. All right.
Looks like the boat has vomited tools and other things. We are getting the boat put back together after doing the tow rail. It feels really good to start having lifelines again and know that we're going to be getting on our way in the next few days.
Says Josh.
Yep.
Now, can I do this without dying? Like last time.
And you didn't even fall off.
Didn't even fall off.
That would have been
glorious day.
That would have been better YouTube if you'd fallen
It
off.
would have been. Yeah. It would have been sucky if it had been in the boatyard when we fell off, but here not so bad. All those little silver flashes were fish. Well, it's done. Completely done. The tow rail is. Hey, don't look down there too low. We're gonna have to fix that stuff later. Look at the tow rail. It looks awesome. Now we gotta wash the boat because when you're close to land, I guess it happens at sea too, but more often close to land, it's amazing how much crap gets on the deck of the boat from wind blowing stuff. So we need to get the girls to wash the boat so we look nice when we come into Port A this week.
Yeah, they need to wash this part too. It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
It looks really amazing. We've still got to double check that the mast is straight since we had some of the shrouds off.
Look good to me. Yeah. Looks pretty good that way. Looks pretty good that way too. So they're in good shape.
Tight enough. Got the chain plate back on.
Yep.
There's some butyl squished out that we need to grab right here.
Yeah, as it gets hot, the butyl comes out more. So probably have to go check all of these again today. I mean, we rebedded a whole bunch of stuff, stanchions and stuff. And yesterday was a hot day, 80 something degrees. So a bunch of this butyl might have oozed out more.
Yeah, so we're going to be in touch with Total Boat about this paint to find out how we best touch this up. One of the reasons that we bought a one-part paint and used it is that we can touch it up, unlike something like Awlgrip, which just has to be like totally redone. One part you're supposed to be able to fix. We will keep you in touch with that. Make sure you subscribe so that you get to see that.
We've got to fill our water tanks up because one is empty, the other one's probably a third gone because these kids go through a lot of flipping water. We're going to have to teach some water conservation because we have 200 gallons of water and they'll go through 100 gallons in like 3 days. So it's 25-30 gallons a day. It's a lot of water for the kids. Well, and that doesn't include showers or nothing because we're not showering.
Yeah,
that's just them running it down the sink. And we're not drinking it because we have a Yeah, we have drinking water. So that's just in the sinks. Just in the sinks for dishes and washing hands and that kind of stuff. So get that filled up. Always filter your water going in if you can.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us while we get all of these miscellaneous projects done, and hopefully next week you'll see us sail out of here, maybe motor. But one way or the other, we will be leaving this place and headed to somewhere else. See you next week.